Hey guys, so I thought I'd do a vlog on what I eat in a week. Bash and I, we did a food shop locally, so we bought loads of lovely fresh produce and I thought I'd show you the food shop. So we have some vegetables here from the greengrocers. So tonight I think I'm gonna make a pasta with pesto, and I will also do my best to show you guys as much cooking as possible because I do have some really nice recipes up my sleeve. So we bought some basil, chestnut mushrooms, 5 lemons, black beans. I love cooking with black beans. I think they're so tasty. Avocados. Look how delicious these baby tomatoes look. They're so fresh and delicious that they almost look fake. We have some cavolo, baby spinach, some more basil, a cucumber, pistachios, baby gem lettuce, some coriander and parsley, and I'm gonna put these in cups of water to keep them fresh. And then I'm just gonna put it in the fridge. And then we got some bits from our local butchers, gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. I am not meant to have gluten because it makes my skin flare up. So I'm gonna try my hardest this year, to not have so much gluten. Just talking about not having gluten, this has been one of the best brands of gluten-free pasta that I've had. Dog treats for tequila. And then we got some chicken fillets, some very fancy tinned tomatoes, and Bash's favorite tinned olives. And then everything that we couldn't get from our local greengrocers and butchers, we then paid a visit to Waitrose. Some water, some gently baked pineapple, heart of palm, a very, very underrated product that not many people know about, but honestly in salads, it is a 10 out of 10. Gluten-free pita bread for me to dip into the soup that I'm gonna make later on today. Coconut milk, chicken stock, thyme, which is also for my soup. Some shiitake mushrooms, a Bounce energy ball filled with peanut butter for me, garlic, red onion, a broccoli, frozen prawns, some raisin, nut and cranberry mix, some petit pois peas. I think they're much better than garden peas. And last but not least, some haddock fillets. So this is how the fridge is looking, nice and stocked up. I mean, there could be way more stuff in there, but for us, because we travel so much, we rarely have the fridge stocked up. So it's nice to see it like this. So there you go, we've got our waters, vegetables, veg, hot sauces, all that. And then the snack drawer is looking also very stocked up. Ooh, very nice. This really excites me. This is one of the things I was looking most forward to when moving house, was having a snack drawer. Okay guys, so for lunch today, I'm going to be making a mushroom soup. Mushroom soup is one of my favorite soup recipes to make. It always turns out different every time I make it. So let's see how it turns out this time, because I'm doing something different to what I would usually do. So for this mushroom soup recipe, I'm going to be using coconut cream, because in Jamaica, we were having soups almost every night and the chef was using coconut cream in all her soups. So I really wanted to try it with my mushroom soup. I don't know if it's gonna go, but we'll see. Okay, so the ingredients that I'll be using are chestnut mushrooms, a small bowl of lentils, coconut cream, shiitake mushrooms, potatoes, shallots, garlic, chicken stock, chilies, parsley, and fresh thyme. If you aren't into spice, the chilies aren't necessary. However, I do like my soups to have a little bit of a kick. Okay, so I love to use olive oil. I think it's the most flavorful oil, and you just add quite a generous amount to a pan. So I added the onions and both mushrooms to the pan, and I'm going to let them fry until they are golden. So I'm just going to keep stirring it here and there so that nothing gets stuck to the bottom of the pan. Now that the mushrooms and the onions are pretty much cooked, I'm going to add my chili and garlic, and I only roughly chop them. That's the magic about soup, is that you can just throw whatever you want in there and you don't even have to chop it properly because it's going to get blended together. And then give that a stir. Okay, now that the chili and garlic has been in there for about 2 minutes, I added the lentils and the potatoes. I never leave the thyme on the stem, so you just brush off the thyme leaves just like that. You can have as much as you want. I always think it's nice to over season, so I'm putting in about 6 or 7 stalks of thyme. Some people might think that's a lot, but I don't. And then I'll also add the parsley, and I'll let that fry for another minute. Okay, so your pot should be looking like this, and it's definitely time to add the chicken stock. So I'm just going to do it slowly. And just under 1 pint is perfect. Okay, it's looking really good, so I'm going to leave this to cook on a really low temperature for about 30 minutes. And then I'm also going to pop a lid onto my pot so that it cooks quicker and the flavours stay in the pot. So now leave that for about 30 minutes, and then about 5 minutes before you think it's all done, I'm going to add the cream, and then we're going to blitz it all. Okay, as I said, I used just under 1 pint. I noticed that the water's evaporating quite quickly, so I'm just going to add the rest of the water, which is like that much. Okay guys, so now that the soup is done, I'm going to use this and I'm going to scoop the soup into the blender. The good thing about this is you can control how much water goes into the blender so it's not too watery. This can get a little bit messy, but it's worth it. Guys, and there you have it, your mushroom soup. So I garnished my soup with some truffle oil, and you can see I put quite a lot on because I'm such a big fan of truffle oil, and then I put loads of parsley on top. So that is how you make a mushroom soup. That is so, so good. I don't know if you guys realise I didn't put any salt in it, which I wish I did, but I always find that vegetable stock or chicken stock is quite salty, but for some reason this chicken stock wasn't very salty, so just a little bit of salt would have been perfect. But other than that, I'm actually so proud of how this soup turned out, and the coconut cream worked wonders. So any questions about this recipe, just feel free to ask and I will reply. Yeah, so I'll see you guys at dinner. Okay guys, so now it's time to make some dinner. Today I'm going to be making spaghetti with pesto and vegetables and a side of chicken, because it's important for Bash and I to maintain our protein intake, and a side of broccoli as well. I'm not going to show you how I make absolutely everything because it's really hard filming everything. So I'm just going to show you guys how I make my pesto, because I make it from scratch. And then I'll talk you through the other bits. They're pretty simple. The most complicated bit is the pesto, and that's really easy. So this is quite an easy dinner, and I'm excited to show you guys. So for Christmas, Bash received this growing station for herbs, which is amazing. It's called Click and Grow, and you simply click in your plant pots and then you add the seeds and it grows everything for you. You just put water in here and then it will release the water when needed. And look at the basil, how much it's grown. So we're going to be using some of the basil here for our pesto, which is so nice and so perfect if you live in a flat and you don't have a garden. A little portable growing station. Here are the ingredients for the pesto. We have some pistachio nuts, some toasted pine nuts, extra virgin olive oil, a whole lemon, 1 garlic clove, lemon zest from the skin of the lemon, 3 bunches of basil, and salt and pepper as well. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly toast some pine nuts. Traditionally, you would use a pestle and mortar, but I do not have time, so I'm going to have to use a blender. Okay, once you're ready with the consistency of your pesto, just scoop it into a bowl and leave it to the side. Traditionally, you would also use Parmesan cheese. However, Bash can't have too much dairy, so we're trying to avoid cheese. So this is actually vegan. To be honest, I can't really taste much difference when there is cheese in it, but because I can have dairy, I always put cheese on top. Oh my gosh, that tastes so fresh. Okay, so your pesto should be looking a little something like this. Honestly, this is one of my favorite types of sauces. It's so good and so easy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. And this is the final product. Some broccoli, get your greens, guys. How good does that look? You ready?
Can't wait. Haven't eaten in 2 days.
Bash has been fasting, so this is his first meal to break his fast with.
Mashallah.
So that is what I have for lunch and dinner when I have a lot of time on my hands. Today I had nothing to do, so I just love spending the day cooking. And I'm excited to show you what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. Good afternoon, guys. So I have a shoot in 1 hour, so I just need to have something really quick to eat before I go. So I'm just warming up my soup from yesterday, and I'm so happy because I think soup always tastes so much better the next day. Good evening, guys. So this afternoon, Bash and I have a work dinner with a client and some work friends. So we're going to one of our favorite Indian restaurants, Gymkhana, and we know exactly what we want and we know exactly what we're gonna order, but I'll show you guys what we will eat tonight. On the scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for
10.
Gymkhana? When was the last time you had it?
I don't know. A while ago.
Well, I had it before you and it was a 10 out of 10. Honestly, guys, this is the best Indian food we have ever had and it never disappoints.
Yeah, I agree.
Good afternoon, everybody. So for lunch today, we are having something really simple. White rice, greens. I have cauliflower nero and spinach mixed with chicken, which I made in the air fryer. Super healthy, really balanced, and quite delicious. So yeah, this is lunch. And then for dinner, we're thinking of doing something with fish, but I'm not sure what yet. This is how lunch looks. Very simple, but very healthy. What do you think of it?
Top. Exactly what I needed right now.
So good. We just finished having lunch, which was so good. And now we're ready to shoot. I have to shoot these sneakers for Louis Vuitton. They're quite cool, aren't they? So yeah, I'm excited to show you guys. So today I'm shooting this outfit, as I said earlier. So this is how the bag looks. And the vest and the shorts are Louis Vuitton, and these are the sneakers. And then I styled it with my own leather jacket because it's a little bit cold. But yeah, cute. Good evening, guys. Oh my god, you would never guess what just happened. So we went into the fridge to start cooking dinner, and then the knob which indicates the temperature of the fridge had been knocked or turned somehow to like level 1 or 2, and everything in the freezer and the fridge had defrosted. So, well, everything in the freezer had defrosted, so like all the berries we have and all the frozen bananas we had were all mushy. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. They were all mushy. And then we had some like fish in the fridge as well. It was just like room temperature. So there is no way that we're eating anything from the fridge because I'm not getting food poisoning, I'm sorry. So sadly, we have had to resort to a takeaway. And I know I say sadly, but we've just eaten out so much during these trips, and we ate out last night that we were so excited to cook everything that we had in the fridge, and now we can't do that and we are starving because it's like 8 o'clock at night. So we have ordered Italian. We've ordered a chicken Milanese with spaghetti arrabbiata. So that's what we're having for dinner. I mean, I can't complain because it's bloody delicious. Maybe our fridge is packed up because I swear that the settings have always been on 1 or 2. I don't know, we'll see. So this is chicken Milanese and spaghetti arrabbiata. I know in the full tin it doesn't look very appealing, but it's actually so banging. Ooh. So I thought I'd dish it out on a plate so it looked more appealing and appetizing. And how delicious does that look? It's so naughty, but you know, you live once, and I will eat the whole thing for sure. So for the black beans, you're going to have 1 whole onion chopped, and then you're going to have some cumin, coriander, paprika, and cinnamon, coriander stalks, 2 tins of black beans, and 3 garlic cloves. I cannot stand this spot on my forehead. It's been there for weeks now. It's an undermining issue. This morning, it's a protest. This morning I had coffee with Rosie, which was so nice because we haven't caught up in so long. And now me and Bash are off to a new place to eat that we have never been to before. It's a place called The George. It's a pub and they also serve food. So that will be really exciting. And I've already checked the menu and there are some very naughty dishes that I want to try. So like some fried chicken, there's a cheese toasty, chips. Whenever I go to places, I always want to try the fries. So yeah, we're going out for lunch today.
Do any of these from Stephen Boyle?
So we just arrived at the George and we have a really cute little private room. Very pub vibes, but it's really beautiful. Hi, Beth. We're gonna eat a feast. What did you order?
Chicken burger.
The whole room to ourselves. This is roasted and pickled mushrooms with egg yolk on top. I don't like egg yolk, so Bash can have this. Thank you. That's fine, you can put it back. That's okay. Thank you.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Oh my god, crazy. Despite having no fridge, we're using up everything that we can now. Like everything other than the fish that we had to throw away yesterday and the remaining chicken that we had. So we're just using up all the vegetables that I think today would have been like the last day that we could have eaten them without them being refrigerated. So for dinner, I'm not even that hungry. Lunch was so big. It wasn't very healthy, so I feel like I need some healthy food. So we are having fish with rice and vegetables. Nice and healthy. And Bash is cooking for me today. However, one thing I did do was I made a dressing for the broccoli. So this is parsley. I wanted to use up the rest of the parsley. Oh, we're also going to the countryside for Easter, so that was even more reason to use up everything that we had. So this is a mix of parsley, lemon, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper, extra virgin olive oil. Did I say lemon? Yeah. And this is so good on vegetables. It just gives it more flavour. It makes it more fun. So this is the fish and it's gonna go in the air fryer. Ash is just putting some pepper on it. And we're going to put ginger on top, garlic and chilli. Broccoli. So this is my plate. It doesn't look the most appetizing, but you know what? It's really healthy and it's not too much food for dinner. And today's milk is coconut milk. I don't know, Bash has an obsession with coconut milk at the moment and it's kind of made me obsessed. So usually I'd go for almond milk, but I'm switching it up. It's nice to have something different from the norm. I'm not really a creature of habit. Guys, by having this coffee machine, do you know how much money I've saved by not spending money on coffees at cafes? I was spending easy like £5 a day on coffee, but now it's free, kind of. Well, it's free for me because Bash bought me the coffee machine. And then rather than using sugar, I'm going to put some dark syrup agave in my coffee because it's better for you than sugar and honey. And you don't need too much because it's really sweet. Okay, so for lunch today, I'm really excited about this. We bought some marinated chicken pieces. I'm going to make a black bean salad with sweet corn. And every time I have this at a restaurant or at a friend's house, I am obsessed. So I'm gonna make my own one for the first time. And we're gonna have that with rice. So this is my lunch, and we decided to have like quite a big full-on lunch before we drive to Sussex, which is like a 2-hour drive. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how I make the salad, and these are all the ingredients that you need. Avocado, cucumber, coriander, salt, black beans, a chili, a pepper. I would have preferred a red pepper, but I didn't have that. 1 red onion, lime, lemon, baby tomatoes, extra virgin olive oil, and sweet corn. So because this is just a really quick lunch and I don't have too much time, I'm just using my quick chopper to chop everything really nicely, and it just saves so much time. If you don't have one, what are you waiting for, honestly? Because this has changed my life in the kitchen. Obsessed. Literally. I'm throwing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cherry tomatoes. Boom, they're chopped. So the dressing for the salad is 2 limes, extra virgin olive oil, paprika, salt and pepper, and a dash of apple cider vinegar. And then you stir it all up. And then you're just gonna pour it on top of your chopped salad. How good does that look? And this is the final result of my lunch. Chicken with the mixed chopped salad and rice. Very healthy. So today is Easter Sunday and we are all cooking a load of food for everyone. I mean, Bash's mum Cindy is going to be doing most of the cooking, but I'm going to do what I can just to help out and make things easier, because cooking for like 28 people or something crazy like that is really difficult. So I just want to make things as easy as possible. And honestly, all the dishes you're going to see is like my favorite food. And I was saying how like Bash's family have like, they made my love for food, honestly, because everything that they make is delicious and it's all like mainly vegetarian, which is so. Yeah, I'll show you everything that we make today, and then this is my last video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what I eat in the week. Honestly, I don't really stick to anything, like I don't stick to a routine, I don't stick to a diet, so my food this week has just been up in the air. But I, like, for the coming weeks I do want to try and be better, like not eat out enough, but my job also comes with eating out. So like tomorrow I have a brunch, so I can't say no to that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and let's get cooking.
I'm not lifting these, no, don't. Rice.